InstaFlockers. We are live with Max, and I'm just going to see here if I can get this. There we go. That's better. Here. No patio this morning. It's a little bit too cold out. Wouldn't you say, Max? Is it too cold for the patio? Oh, hello. There we go. Just going to touch you up there. I see we have Facebeak, we have Sue, Tango's here. Everybody's joining us. So Max is ready for Beak Fest, and I thought we'd have some fun with foraging this morning. Not through the chair, though, buddy. So one thing I like to do when I talk about feeding the birds is giving them some opportunities to try new things and to work for their lunch a little bit. And one thing I really like are these little Dixie cups. Max is already quite eager about it, but right now this one's empty. I'm going to go grab some eggy. Now he already knows what's coming. Max is a pretty smart boy. I think that eggy's cooled down enough. And all I'm going to do with the eggy is I'm going to put some inside the Dixie cup. And then I'm just going to simply fold down the edges. So here I'm just going to fold down the edges. This is actually great for rice, peas, anything small. Hey, Max. All right, so now I've got sort of this little folded up Dixie cup that Max would really like. So he has to work a little bit to get the tasty treats out of it. Dixie cups are pretty cheap. One thing you want to make sure is that you just get the plain paper one. You do not want the waxed cups. As you can see, he understands that there's some tasty eggs inside, and he knows exactly how to get at them. Is that right, Max? So here, food just becomes more than a snack. It also becomes something, an activity to do. So in the wild, a parrot would spend most of their day going after food, foraging for food, looking for food. Max is not great at foraging. If I try to hide food, I can almost guarantee you he will not find it. I can hide food by putting it in a place other than his food bowl in his cage if he doesn't see me do it. Yeah, Tico's pretty good about figuring things out, but Max just loves opportunities to forage and opportunities to play. It's got to be bird appropriate. For Max, you can't get too complex. Let's see, he's still finding some egg in the bottom of his cup, so he's enjoying that. No, Jenny, Max watched me put food in the cup and he figured it out. Another option they'll use sometimes for foraging are eggy cones. So what this is a miniature ice cream cone that I just put some eggs inside. A, it keeps his claws clean, and B, he has to work at it. And as you can see, he's not eating much of the cone. He's mostly peeling the cone, chewing it apart, getting at the eggs inside. Again, quite food safe, quite appropriate for him to play around with. Carbs as a whole are not great for the birds. You don't want to give them too many carbs. That means bread or crackers or ice cream cones or stuff like that. But it's going to depend a bit how much the bird actually eats. Max might have a nibble of cone. He's mostly interested in what's inside. So this just makes a very convenient way to serve food. And as a bonus, Max understands anything served in a cone is going to be food. So if I'm trying to introduce some new foods, this is a great way to do it. Tuck into a cone. There's an innate trust that he knows whatever's inside the cone is probably going to be edible. Get that right, Max? Oh, that looks really, really good. That looks good, buddy. You gonna save some for me? One thing to think about when you're doing anything for foraging is the material that you're using food safe? Is it okay for the bird to tear apart? A good idea for that would be, would you let a toddler chew on it? Well, yeah, it might take the cup away from the toddler, but you know that the toddler's not going to hurt themselves by chewing on it. Hey, Max, is that good? Oh, we've got every birdie joining us. Hello, Micahs. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. I see Connie Greenbird. We say hello to Sue. Jenny. Jenny says it doesn't come naturally to my birds. If mine can't see it, they won't bother. Yeah, Jenny, start with some really obvious foraging ways of giving food, and then start to work your way up a little bit. I mean, the eggy cone might be a great way to start, or a miniature ice cream cone. They can see the food. They have to work to get at it. It is kind of obvious. Another one that I like are, and this is, of course, clean new, coffee filters. So here's a coffee filter. I've just wet it down quickly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff it with a little bit of food. Just bear with me. I don't have food in my hand right now. Would you like more eggy, Max? Oh, I know you would. And these also work really well when you're dealing with food that is... Max, climb up, please. Thank you. When you're dealing with food that is maybe a little bit loose, sort of, think rice or something that's going to fall apart. So all I do is I just put the food inside, and I just shake it down. Now, this is wet, so it's going to cling to itself. And then I fold and roll the coffee filter in itself. I guess I've sort of made a little bit of a flower. Do you want that, buddy? And Max understands he's got to rip through the filter to get at the food. He does not eat the filter. He knows that the good stuff's inside. But he's just got to do a little bit of work to get at the food. This is great if I'm serving some rice. If I serve rice, it is plain. No salt, no butter, just absolute plain rice. If I make it for myself, they get a little bit. Yes, I do eat rather healthy. I'll add salt or seasonings at the table, but I tend to cook food very, very plain for the birds so that they can share with me, and then I season at the table. That's a warning. If anybody ever comes over to my house for dinner, they're really going to wonder why the rice tastes so plain. But there's not a lot of egg in here, but as you can see, Max has to work at it a little bit. He has to get dexterous with his tongue, just peel the food away from the paper. And I mean, he's not dumb. He understands the difference between the wrapper and the food. So this is a bit of an activity. It just gives them something that they can work at. Now, just gonna walk over here. Hey, buddy. Can I steal this? Okay. Yeah. Okay, this one's empty right now. There's a number of ideas out there for foraging as well. I'm just going to bring a few of them over while Max is eating and talk about them. One is known as a baffle cage. This is a baffle cage. It's big, it's stainless steel, and as you can see, it's easy for the bird to get his beak into. Max is going, what's going on? It's empty. It's got a bar through it. You can unscrew the top. It's going to take me a minute apparently to unscrew. Come on. And remove the top. Apparently it does not want to unscrew for me right now. Come on. There we go. There we go. So here we go. We're unscrewing the top, which is the chain. Now, the fact it does not unscrew easily is a very good thing. It means that the bird has to work, is not going to just be tossing the cage on the ground. So the cage opens up like that. You can put anything in it, and stainless steel, so super easy to clean after the fact. Usually you want to put something in there that's a little bit larger so the bird can work at it to get at it. You know, large pieces of apple, maybe if you want to wash the cage, lettuce, chunks of cucumber. But I mean, that makes a really, really good cage. And that's great for the bird who does not quite understand foraging and who needs something that's relatively simple and makes it easy for them to recognize that there's food in there. They still have to work at it a bit to get the food out. Another option, I'm just going to wander over here. Max, are you happy to talk about foraging? Now I've got these hanging up all over cages, so I kind of have to steal them from some cages. This is one of Chico's foraging toys. He got this one for Birdmas. Are you being a nut? And this one's just a hanging toy. It's bird safe. Needs a bit of a clean, but the idea being you can put some food inside, and the bird, to get at it, has to open this up, reach in, and tilt a little bit to get at the food, and it swings, so it adds to the level of difficulty a little bit. They can see that there's food inside. They can play around with it. It's great. I usually use this one for dry food. Tico loves things like Nutriberries, Abby cakes, and he knows that the food is hidden inside. Another option for foraging. Now, apparently, I have to forage to figure out where I put it. There we go. I apologize, this one's a little bit dusty. This one is a spinning forager. And the idea behind this one is it can hang on a cage, and the birds can rotate the cups to get at what's inside. Oops, there we go. So the birds can rotate the cups to get at what's inside. You see what's inside, buddy? Are there some sunnies? Oh, got a couple of sunflower seeds. You're lucky. And there's a bit of a clear window. This window's not that clear. I had some problems getting the cover off of, or the sticker off of this one when I bought it. And Max, can you turn that for me? Max has not figured this one out at all. He's not really into this. This one was intended for Tico. Yeah, how do you get at it? You rotate that? Okay. And this one is actually, you know, to take it apart, there's a pin system, and it's quite complex. Tico figured it out pretty quickly. He figured out that if you brace yourself, you get your beak in here, and you give it a mammoth rip, you can actually remove the front off of the foraging tool completely, or foraging toy completely. It lasts, the first time I put it in this cage, he figured it out pretty quickly. He figured out how he could remove stuff in a great, great hurry. And that meant destroying the toy. I figured it was my fault, so I put it back together and reloaded it. I mean, Tico had gotten himself the mother load of treats just by ripping the front off. He had access to everything at once. Tico looked at me and went, hey, game on. This was great. Let's do it again. How did I do it twice in a row? Nope. Tico had figured out that he could just pry the top off, and this was the advanced version of the foraging toy. Max is not really interested in the foraging toys at all, but you know, for some birds, that toy may be really, really appropriate. Now, when we're talking about foraging toys, there's a couple of different things that we can also use. I've been digging into some of my Easter stuff. I'll give you a warning ahead of time. But you can pick up shredded paper. And this one here, I'm just going to try and give a little bit of a close-up. It's just shredded paper. Be careful. They also sell shredded plastic, and you do not want to give your birds shredded plastic. But the shredded paper, it's available at dollar stores. It's available really where you pick up gift wrap, many different places. And you can use that to basically build a bit of a foraging toy yourself. For example, Max, where'd you put it? Oh, there it is. And of course, I'm going to make a little bit of a mess doing this. But I am going to be using this for Easter anyhow. Oopsies. Oh, Max, I'm making a mess. Are you making a mess, Max, or am I making a mess? Okay. There we go. And the great thing about the shredded paper is it really, really expands. So a simple foraging toy might be to take a bowl, pop some shredded paper inside of it, and then just put some treats inside the bowl that the bird, you know, just poke them in here. The bird gets to pull up the paper to get at them. You know about pulling at paper, don't you? There's also a great way to make a mammoth mess. Oh, Max, you are making a mess, buddy. Oh. Now, Easter's coming up. And that means you're going to find things like plastic eggs. Now, this is something that is a supervised toy. What you can do with some of these little plastic eggs that they sell them for kids' Easter things. Take them away if the bird starts eating them. You know, be obvious about it. These ones are a little bit dusty. But you can put a toy or something inside, and the bird can play with it, trying to get the toy inside. Is that right? You got it open. Let's see, Max. Egg cartons are another great idea. Egg cartons, you can, I mean, depending on the size of the bird, you can put some toys in here. You can even put some of the shredded paper inside. Grab some shredded paper. So you can easily pop some shredded paper inside, hide some food in here, and close the carton over top of it. And the bird gets to pull at the paper. Can you pull at the paper a little bit? Tico's volunteering too. But it's a great way to also hide some food. Now, you're not trying to hide food to totally hide it from the bird. You're just trying to hide it so that the bird has to work a little bit to get at whatever food they're being offered. There's a lot of different foraging toys out there, but those are some of my favorites. And as you can see, a couple of those foraging toys, the Dixie cup, eggy cone, the paper wrap. For paper wrap, I'll sometimes use a couple of muffin cups as well. That paper, you know, is food safe. For wrapping food, I avoid using, hey Max, I avoid using newspaper or printed paper. I look at it and I say, would I wrap my food in this paper? Now, you're not going to want to use tinfoil, definitely not. You're not going to want to use saran wrap or wax paper, but sort of look for the clean papers such as, paper towels, not necessarily, hey Max, no chewing on that. Paper towels, not necessarily bad. You done with that? Okay. Coffee filters, I mean, they're intended to filter water and coffee that you're going to drink through. So always sort of ask yourself, is this Maxwell? No chewing on that. I know. It's pretty tough to be a bird, isn't it? And you made a mess. There's a bit of paper. Yeah, there's a bit more paper. Oops. Okay. Is it okay if I clean some of this up? Can I clean some of this up for you, buddy? Yeah? Yeah, Max attack. Yeah, I just want a clean chair to put some toys on. Easier to play when the chair is clean, isn't it, buddy? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, Max. Do you want some cardboard to chew on? I know this one's not your favorite piece of cardboard. Maybe it is today. What you doing, buddy? I'm putting out some toys for you. Yeah, you're Max. Max attacks. I'll pick this up for you in a minute. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Would you like some cups? Uh-oh. And incoming cups. To do this right, I'm not going to knock them over. Wait for you, Max. I'll shift these so you can reach them, okay? Wait. Wait. Here you go. All yours. Through a few where I might be able to reach them. Huh? Let's see if I can restock a few of these for you. off to some boats? No boats? One more there. All right. You know, it's almost Easter egg time. Okay, the Easter egg just gets to go for a fly too. Wow, Max, you are sure in the mood to toss stuff. What about a bundle of blocks? Like to have a choo-choo and a bundle of blocks? They're for chewing. Choo-choo? Toss. Block with a stick. Oops. What's going on there, Max? Can you figure it out? Yeah? You can figure it out? Is that the good stuff, Max? Yeah? Okay, I'll give you a minute. What do you want to do next? What do you want to do next, Max? You're just going to hang out for a minute, maybe quietly? Or did you notice that I was in the kitchen? Well, yeah, I'm making myself some coffee. Would you like something to drink too, Max? We could have something to drink. Would you like some water out of the cup? Okay, you watch me pour my coffee. Now, what cup do you want today, buddy? Yeah? How about this cup? I have fresh water for you. Only thing I'm going to do is move this block. These blocks are colored with water-soluble dye. And when they get wet, they make a big mess. Do you mean to say I got you water and you're not even going to try any? Water. Yeah, Max dribbles a lot when he drinks. Sweet Tango's asked if Max could teach Tango how to drink politely. It's like, yeah, Max drools and he dribbles. He's also pretty good at throwing water. Yeah, Max, Oops. Is that a new feather I got? Yeah, was that good? Is that good? Okay. So Max, the rules have not changed. You're still not allowed to chew on the chair. The chair is still not for chewing. However, cardboard's for chewing. Would you like some cardboard? Is this a good slice of cardboard? Yeah, nice and crunchy. Max loves crunchy cardboard. I don't know why he didn't like that other piece that I've been giving him, but this piece apparently tastes much better and he can hold. Did you drop it? Nope, that piece is gone. What else have I got for you, buddy? What are you in the mood for, Max? You tossed your cardboard. What else you got? Okay, he's getting excited. Can anybody guess what I've got here? Climb up. Climb up. Oh, here. Oopsies. Yeah. Okay, let's turn it on. Here. Apparently these toys are much more fun to play with when I'm holding them at the right angle. No chewing. You don't want to break it. No, those buttons, you know that those buttons make some noise too. Gonna play nicely? You gave quite the concert this week on your videos. Are you doing a Liberace and just adjusting yourself before playing your masterpiece? Yeah, it's not for chewing, it's for playing. You can play? The top, please. Not the bottom, the top. Not the speaker. Not the keys. No chewing. No chewing. No chewing. You done? Okay. You can be done. Yeah, Max definitely wanted to chew on that a little bit today. Hey, what are you doing? Well, I took it away because you were done. Like some Legos? And that was not in the mood for Legos. Jingle Bell? Nope. Okay. Done with Jingle Ball. You want a block you can hold? A block and a ring. That was a no. See what else I got over here, buddy? I got a different Jingle Ball. This one's a new one. It's got a toy inside. Watch my fingers. It doesn't jingle. Well, it sort of jingles. It's just a different type of jingle ball. And there's one more for you, buddy. One more. One more, a shaker ball. Now, these are actually a couple of balls that I got from our friend Lori. She picked them up for her flock. But her flock was not really interested in them. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake. You don't want to chew on it too much, buddy. Just shake. Shake, shake. Yeah, it's not quite a jingle ball, is it? A little bit different. A little bit different. Okay. What happened? Let's see, that was a big poop, buddy. Since you're throwing some of the toys around that bleed when they get wet, I'm going to toss that on top. Okay. Oh, that's another one that's good for foraging toys, are paper towel rolls. You can easily hide things like nuts inside of them. So, okay, so I'm missing out on some comments right now. Yes. That there. Wash my hands quickly so I can touch the computer and read comments. Are you a little monster today, Max? I'd say you are. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oops. There we go. I missed a whole bunch of comments. Oh, okay, I see Mighty XT, Barbara have joined us. It's always great to see people dropping in throughout the stream. Sometimes when I'm playing with Max, I don't catch all of the comments that are coming in. I know you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Hey, Max, no chewing on that. And I know some questions. I always love it when I see people in the feed answering each other's questions. It's a really, really great way to know that everybody takes care of everybody else. Isn't that right, Max? Ain't that right? Oh boy, Max. Do you want the paper? Modern art. Okay, what about paper bag? Can you help me go shopping? Yeah, it's just an empty paper bag. Yeah, Max is definitely in the tossing mood today, Jezebel. Oh yeah, Max is making a huge, huge mess. If you've just joined us, I'm just going to sort of do a shot on the floor. That floor was clean when we started. If you own a parrot, you know one thing. They are going to make a huge, huge mess. Aren't they, Max? You want to help me unpack the shopping? Vu says the feed dropped for them for a few minutes. Oh, well, you're back. That's a good thing. Yes, Linus and Lucy, we had some Aggies, and we actually talked about foraging at the beginning of the stream and some of the different approaches that we can have towards foraging. It was actually kind of a bit of a fun chat. Max understands food is, well, it's one of the most important things in his life. He loves his food. And any way that you can provide him opportunities to play with it, I think are a good thing. Speaking of food, did you try something new this week, Max? Tico's pretty excited in the background. We had shrimpies. Oh, you're done with that, Max. Okay. I picked up some frozen shrimp, just plain, and was going to do some cooking with them. And when I was getting them prepped to cook, I realized that the flock has never had shrimp before. So I decided that it was probably going to be a good chance to cook some. Here we go. So I just cooked up a couple of shrimp for them completely plain. Mine had all sorts of sauce and everything else on them, but the birds got theirs completely plain. And what happened when I offered Tico some, now I've got Tico eating the shrimp on camera, but I don't have the offer on camera. You know how he is about his cameras. But when I offered Tico his shrimp, he stood and looked at it for a couple of minutes. He just stared at it as if it might be a parrot-eating monster. And I mean, he's right. It could be. He watched me nibble on it a little bit. He watched, I held it out for him for a little bit. He looked at it. When he finally took it, he held it and stared at it for a few minutes. Once again, just to make sure it was not going to become a parrot-eating monster. And once he was sure it was safe, he took a little nibble and said, hey, you know what? This is pretty good. And gobbled that one down, and I just gave him a small piece of it. And shrimp, something that they are definitely not getting inside of cages because, yeah, if they drop an apple or a banana, it's one thing. But dropping a shrimp, that is something. Max, what are you doing? Here, can I get you? Excuse my reach. There you go. You can chew on that. Or we can play toss with it. That's another good game. So Tico takes his time figuring out foods. With Max, I put it on a spoon, and I asked him if he wanted a shrimpy. Now, he recognizes the word eggy because it's got an IE at the end. So shrimpy sounded an awful lot like some food he already knew, trusted, and liked. And it was on his spoon. And he knows food comes on the spoon. So he grabbed it and started eating it right away. No hesitation. Ate most of it, dropped a little bit. And the next day, because I cooked up 2, he had his second shrimp. So they had basically a shrimp between them each day. And they quite enjoyed it. And that's definitely healthy for them. not all seafood is healthy. Some seafood has higher levels of things like mercury in it. There are some good lists out there that talk about good seafood for the flock and bad seafood. Shrimp is on the good list, and they definitely said it's something they want again. But yeah, it's good for the flock to keep trying some new foods, isn't it, Max? Oh, what'd you throw it over there for? I can't reach it. Oh boy. So the bag's actually a good thing to play catch with. It's big. It's sort of like a big paper balloon. Easy for Max to grab onto. He loves the size of it. Feels like he's really doing something. And it's a nice workout for me. Each time he tosses the bag, I have to reach down and pick it up. It's still there. It's still there. Want to tug more with the bag? Now I'm done with that bag. I'm done with that game. Oh yeah, he's definitely in the tossing mood. You know, I haven't really been following the chat completely today just because I've been busy keeping Max busy. So I'm just catching up here a little bit. Is Mookie here today? I haven't seen her yet. She might be catching up on the stream a little bit later on, but noticing that she's missing. Unless I've just missed all of her comments. And I know Einstein's not here today. Marcia mentioned she had something else on the go. Hey, yeah, Max. Want scritchies? Here's your scritchies. Yeah, yeah. You're pretty warm today, bud. Yeah. You warm and cozy? New feather. Whee! New feather. Let's see if I've got some other toys for you. Would you like? We won't tell Tico because these are Tico's rings. Want a couple of rings? You don't want to shred a ring? Okay. I don't know if you heard Tico in the background. He just tried his little pie. Sort of akin to saying hello. I think that's mine. You want that? There you go. Oh yeah, Tico wanted that ring. Oh, so we got some people talking about moving to Canada. Hey, 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 hey. What you doing? Max, what's this? Do you need something else to choose? What have I got? What have I got, Max? Ooh, what's this? I have some more cardboard. This one's sort of dimensional cardboard. Want some dimensional cardboard? What if I hold it for you? Oh, Tango's got to leave. We'll see you tomorrow, Tango. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Tango actually wrote Max a really nice poem this week on InstaFlock. Now, we think it's kind of cool, and there might be something more coming out on it. Hey, Max, what you got? What you got? Yeah, I think Max is getting a little bit bored, so maybe it's time for us to sign out for the day. I would like to thank everybody for joining us. Oh, one last piece of news. We're on YouTube. We're coming up really, really close to 4,000 watch hours, which is what we are aiming for to hit the next stage, which is monetization. And that also gives us access to some additional YouTube tools. We've been working on this one for many, many years. And according to the rules, things like the live streams, while they're live, don't count. You know, we might have gotten, you know, maybe 20 hours off of today's live stream, but that's not going to count towards our watch hours for monetization. Our regular videos do, and the live streams after they've been processed do. So basically, sometimes those can take 24 hours to process. So we are getting closer and closer with our videos and our hour watch count. I'd like to thank everybody for getting us there. We're going to keep a close watch on that. What I looked yesterday was actually 298 hours to go. And this is a bit of a big milestone for us. Hi. So if you want to help us reach it a little bit sooner, you know, just watch a couple of extra videos this week. It's a win-win. You get some Max joy. We get to see that. Other thing we have coming out this week are some special Eggster videos. Eggster is a really important holiday, isn't it, Max? Yeah, you're the cluckatoo. You've been preparing and practicing for Eggster all year. We're in the community. We're going to share out a few of our videos that we've done in past years, some of our Eggster fun. And we've got some new videos coming out as well. So make sure you keep an eye peeled for those. And when you see them, watch, like, comment, and of course, hit share. Share some of these out to your friends. Share some of the joy. Right, Max? Yeah, yeah. Well, I think we're going to go for the day. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And thank you for joining us. If I missed anything important in the comments, I am going to watch the comments over again. I tend to scan through them afterwards just to make sure I haven't missed anything. But I also read and respond to the comments in the regular videos. So you know where to find us. Hey, Max. Can you say bak bak? No, but he, no, not that, not that. Oh, you want a quick scritchy. Yeah, a quick scritchy. That comes from all the flockers. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful week.